Today we are with the star of the Cloud 11 launch event, the OnePlus 11 5G, and you can see that it comes with the Hasselblad branding at the rear. Now there's a triple camera setup. We'll just quickly have a look at that, but if you see, there's a Type-C port at the bottom which supports 100-watt fast charging. And if we talk about the display, that's just right at the top of the line. You can see that it comes with Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor, which is the latest flagship processor from Qualcomm, and the device is coupled with up to 16 GB of LPDDR5X RAM, so you can expect a fast experience with the smartphone. There's a third gen Hasselblad camera, like we talked about. It all started with the OnePlus 9 series, and now OnePlus 11 promises a lot with the Hasselblad partnership, but we'll just have to test it on our own to see whether it stands out. And then there's 120Hz Super Fluid AMOLED display on this device. Now OnePlus also said that it partnered with Dolby to bring Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos experience for consumers on the smartphone. It is also going to be tested by us roughly to see what is actually different about this one compared to the OnePlus 10 Pro. Whether this is just a marketing gimmick or there's actually a big difference, we'll let you know in the future. Now if we just talk about the display, this is a 6.7-inch display, and it supports QHD plus resolution. If we talk about the refresh rate, it drops to 1 Hz and goes up to 120 Hz. So OnePlus uses an algorithm for that. It helps to save battery in the long run, and because it has a touch response rate of up to 1000 Hz, you can expect a very good gaming experience. There's also Gorilla Glass filters covering the device's display, so you don't have to worry about it even if it falls, but it would be a great idea to get a cover regardless because it's an expensive device. If we just talk about the performance, it will come running on Oxygen OS 13 right out of the box. This is the Android 13 of OnePlus with Oxygen OS skin at the top. We talk about the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor. Now it's the latest processor, but we'll have to see whether this overheats or not, because my experience with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 was the device overheated pretty much, and I'm just excited to see whether OnePlus has worked on its cooling system for the OnePlus 11 5G or not. OnePlus also says that this device has 13-channel active spectrum light color identifier, which promises a lot more colors, a better capturing of your precious moments. And when it comes to video, you can record at up to 8K video and 24 FPS. Now I am pretty disappointed to see that there's no support for 8K 30 FPS which Samsung brought with its Samsung S23 Ultra. If we just talk about the 5G bands that this device supports, for 5G NSA, you can see that there are several bands ranging from N1 to N78. Now most of these bands don't really matter for the Indian market, but it's actually good to see that OnePlus has included the support for these many bands on its flagship device. When we just talk about the pricing of the device, it is actually priced lower than the OnePlus 10 Pro, which launched last year for 66,000 and 22,000. Particularly excited to see how this device stands out in the long run. While from the first impressions, it looks that it brings a lot of power to the table, only time will tell whether it's worth it or not.